Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hey guys, what's up? McJibbin back with another reaction video. Hey guys, subscribers, viewers. If you're not subscribed, I'd love you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, pull up a chair, join the party. Current subscribers, what's up? Alright, let's get into it. History Matters video. Squeezing them in before I start the next Napoleonic series, which I will do next. Most likely. And let's get into it. Why didn't Turkey fight in World War II? I was about to say Ottomans. All right.
World War II was fought by
There's a video at the top of the description below. Go check out History Matters.
World War II was fought by every major and middle power in the world, and very few parts of it were left unscarred. There is one notable exception to this, the Republic of Turkey. Now, whilst they did nominally declare war in 1945, just as Germany was about to fall, its soldiers never saw combat, and to put it frankly, Turkey still wasn't too keen on joining the war.
Military so how did pretty powerful today? Not really related, but
war in 1945, just as Germany was about to fall, its soldiers never saw combat, and to put it frankly, Turkey still wasn't too keen on joining the war. So how did Turkey manage to stay out of the war for so long? And even when it did join, it only did so under direct pressure, and because without doing so it would be sidelined in the post-war world. It's crucial to remember that in the years leading up to World War II, Turkey was still recovering from its war of independence, which did tremendous damage to the country. This was followed by major reforms and a period of the country's first president, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, to World War II. Turkey was still recovering from its war of independence, which did tremendous damage to the country. This was followed by major reforms and a period of the country's first president, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, attempting to strengthen Turkey's global position. Turkey's position was a strange one, since in 1939 you were often either a great power or a colony, and Turkey was neither. As such, it was able to forge its own course and was capable of resisting its larger neighbours in a way that many European nations couldn't. In October of 1939,
like, when I think of this, like, if I got a picture, I mean, if I got to pick a country that's just, like, in the center of everywhere, like, obviously nothing is, just in the center of kind of, you know what I'm trying to say, I would pick Turkey. You know, you're at the crossroads of Africa, Europe and Asia. I guess you're technically in both Europe and Asia. But, you know, strange country, for going back so long, it's been that center and a very important country.
Shortly after the outbreak of the war, Turkey signed a mutual assistance pact with Britain and France, which made it pretty clear that Turkey leant towards the Allied camp. The reason why Turkey was less friendly towards the Axis wasn't because of some dislike for Germany, since the two nations actually had good relations. It was in fact down to Turkish-Italian tensions due to Mussolini wanting to dominate the Mediterranean. So the mutual assistance pact wasn't the same as joining the Allies. It saw Britain give Turkey a lot of money to modernise and increase the size of its army. Turkey was still determined to stay out of the war, though, as demonstrated by President Inonu when he stated that, "For us, war is out of the question unless we are left absolutely no choice." This is why, despite Britain and France being at war with Germany, Turkey still continued to trade with both sides. Still, the Turkish weren't interested in fighting a war in which there was little benefit for themselves. Make no mistake though, if Turkey had to choose, it would pick Britain and a staunch ally France, who had just capitulated, and also Italy had joined the war. Oops. Whilst we all know how benefit for themselves. Make no mistake though, if Turkey had to choose, it would pick Britain and a staunch ally France, who had just capitulated, and also Italy had joined the war. Oops. Whilst we all know how the war ended, it wasn't so clear at the time, and for Turkey it now faced greater pressure from both sides to pick one. And since Germany and Italy were doing very well against the Allies, Turkey needed to make sure they stayed on good terms with them. In June of 1941, Turkey and Germany signed a treaty of friendship because Inonu had concerns that Stalin was going to act on his territorial ambition.
Can someone maybe tell me in the comments why it's so cool, or why it's so okay? That's what I mean. For Switzerland to be independent. Everyone just seems to just accept that, you know?
For Hitler, this also kept Turkey out of the war, which allowed him to turn his attention to the USSR, which he invaded only 3 days.
Did I say independent? I meant, I don't even know if I did say it. Just, neutral.
After the Friendship Treaty was signed. As you'll probably know, the invasion went really well, then less well, then pretty badly. It was at this point that Allied pressure on Turkey really well, 3 days after the
I love this sequence right here. Sums it up.
The Friendship Treaty was signed. As you'll probably know, the invasion went really well, then less well, then pretty badly. It was at this point that Allied pressure on Turkey was at its highest. The American President Franklin D. Roosevelt was content with Turkey staying out of the war, but Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, had other plans. Churchill was convinced that the
I love this guy is so good. Just at being able to convey funny scenes through basic geometry, square shapes for body parts, heads, the torso, and then just, a line, maybe a little mustache that they use with like the spray can option or something. It's just so good.
Secret to success was attacking Germany's soft underbelly, i.e. the Balkans, which he would need Turkish assistance in fighting. It wasn't until the outcome of the war was clear that Turkey opted to cease trading with Germany, and in February of 1945, Turkey declared war. This came after obtaining a guarantee that the US and UK would help Turkey in the event of a Soviet invasion after the war. Thus, we can see that the reason Turkey stayed out of the war for as long as possible are pretty simple. Its leaders wished to spare the country the horrors of war which it had known all too well over the previous decades. There was frankly little to be gained for Turkey in joining either the Axis or the Allies, barring some future guarantees. Turkey's joining of the war stemmed not from wanting to get involved, but from fear of being sidelined by the international community after the war had ended. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching.
That is great. Well done, Turkey. You played that perfectly. It's just so pretty much it's kind of like in this awkward kind of area and position of like, well, we're really close by and we're a pretty significant country, and so they're kind of just like eyeing out like, all right, how long can we stay neutral? And then like when people are starting to say like, hey, Turkey, what are you doing? Like Hitler and then like Churchill or whatever, like the Allies and the Axis, like, what are you doing? And be like, oh, and they're just like gauging the situation, and they're like, oh, I'm with you guys. Oh crap, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Kind of both. And then like the winter's about to happen, and then it's clear the Axis powers are going to lose, and they're like, okay, I'm on the Allies. Well done, Turkey. Great video, History Matters. Hit that bell icon, guys. Subscribe. Go check out History Matters. Subscribe to them. Love to have you if you're not subscribed. Even if you're not, I love that you're viewing the channel. See you guys next time.
Thanks to my patrons that you see on screen.